This is a foundation inspection. Of course, this is a brand new foundation, so what we're really doing is we're looking at it, see if there's anything wrong, but also we're recording the condition of the foundation on the day of the inspection. It's going to be important going forward, because if you do have issues with the foundation, then you can look at this report and you can look at all the details and determine whether things have changed since the inspection. Now you see down here a little bit of cracking in the barging that's put over the top there. That's no problem at all. It's there was a hole, an air hole in the foundation, and that barging was there to fill it, so it doesn't look ugly. Now on the right elevation of the property, we're looking at the overall general condition of the foundation to this elevation. So far so good on the foundation. Now we're on the left-hand elevation of the building. Now we're at the left-hand elevation. We're next to the air conditioning unit, and you can see there are ants going in and out of the building through the weep hole here. So you need to have a treatment to kill those off. They'll build nests inside the walls, and they would damage electrical circuitry, etc., etc. So that needs to be treated before you move in. Okay, so on the day of the inspection, the foundation was performing its function, all good, order, no anomalies, anything to call out at the present time. I'm now going to carry out the roof inspection from the ground. I'm doing it from the ground because the roof is both too high and too steep to climb on. Also, a bit of a recommendation in the future. You know, people will often, you'll get contractors around, they climb on a roof in an instant. Don't let too many people climb on your roofs, they damage the shingles. Okay, so we're at the front elevation, and I've already noticed something right away. If we zoom in into this corner here, we're going to look at the flashing as it comes down to just above the arch, and you can see there, as it comes down, that if the water comes rushing down that wall, as it will, it's actually going to overshoot the gutter and go over the wall and over the archway. What we need to see there is kick-out flashing or a diverter, just so it throws the water into the gutter. So that's at the front elevation. I'm still standing at the front elevation. We're looking at a gutter that is actually draining over the roof. You can see that gutter pipe there, draining over the roof. The problem with that is, over time, it's going to wear the shingles and the shingle field beneath it. Now the solution is to cover up and block that downpipe hole, and then install a downpipe at this end of the gutter, and then run a downpipe down the fascia board, all the way down the fascia board to here, and install a small gutter or a small gutter downpipe into the gutter here, so that it will drain to the ground from this point. Okay, so you want to see a gutter installed down this wall here. Again, we have a hole here in the gutter draining over a roof. That one's not quite so bad. The one at the top here though, this one here, that one up there, that's going to cause a lot of problems in about 5 to 10 years with that roofing system. It will penetrate the shingles. Now we're at the rear elevation. We have another gutter, here it is, draining over a roof. And this is a major part of the roof. If you have to repair this roof because the shingles are damaged by the water running off, it's going to be very expensive to you. So you want to have that fixed. So gutter downpipe required there. Needs to come down. All we need to see is a downpipe that comes from the hole in the gutter right the way down to the gutter here. That would be excellent. I'm still at the rear elevation, and again we've got another gutter downpipe draining over a roof. So we've found 3 so far. There's some smaller ones as well, but it's these ones I'm really concerned about, because it will lead to a lot of deterioration and very, very costly repairs. I'm standing at the left-hand elevation, and what I'm looking at is a valley. And this valley is coming down. It's going to shoot water out of it at that gutter just below it. Let's zoom right in. Okay, so the water comes down the valley and it's going to shoot across the roof, and somehow you want it to go into the gutter, not over the walls, by missing the gutter. So a diverter's missing from that area of the gutter. And what I mean by a diverter is demonstrated here. This is a diverter. It's right on the gutter at the bottom of the valley. As a result of that, any water coming down that's going to overshoot hits it, and it's diverted into the gutter system itself. So you need one of those installed here on the gutter. I'm standing at the left-hand elevation of the house, and what I'm looking at is a flue. And I'm going to zoom in on this flue. Now, I haven't been inside, so I don't know what this is a flue to, but it looks like it's a flue to a furnace. Now, the problem with this flue is it's too short. Look how high it is. Now, if you compare it with this other flue to the left, you'll see how much taller it is. Well, the flue on the left meets requirements. It's in excess of 3 feet, which is what we're looking for on a slope of a roof about this size. This one needs to be extended up. That'll ensure that the combustible gases are swept away from the house and not sucked into any open windows or vents that might be at hand.